present moment power. Back in the day, checking out with y'all on this beautiful day here. You know, enjoying myself, enjoying the present moment. Just wanted to get on here and basically leave y'all with some good knowledge. Appreciate the one that did go in there and buy my book. I did see it. Yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed it. You know, any questions, you know, y'all can always put in the comments, or you can email me as well. Any type of way y'all want to do it, you can definitely get in touch with me. But today, let's just jump into the video. I like to boil things down and make the message as easy as possible where people can actually grasp it or really get it. So I was just sitting back earlier, sitting in my car just thinking, how can I get people to understand how this power works? Because I get these questions a lot. A lot of people want to know, what is their purpose? Like, why am I here? Like what is my purpose in life so I can fulfill it? You know? And I always say, ask yourself this question. This is an amazing question. This is what helped me out a lot. This helped me out a lot in life, people. Ask yourself this question. If nothing in life really mattered, meaning if nothing you do mattered at all in nobody's eyes and in the whole universe, no matter what you did, it didn't matter, what would you do? That's a good question, ain't it? If nothing mattered in life, what would you be doing? It sounds like a question that'll be like, well, if nothing mattered, I wouldn't be doing nothing. You get what I'm saying? It sounds like a person would probably be unmotivated to do anything, because if they do it, it wouldn't matter anyway. That's how a lot of people look at it from that angle. But just think about that for a second. If nothing mattered on this earth, what you did, what would you be doing? That's your purpose. Authenticity. Because what you will be doing, if nothing mattered, most likely would bring you joy. Because if you would do it if it didn't matter anyway, it must make you feel some type of way. And most likely that's a great feeling. Because if it didn't matter and you still doing it, you don't care if it impressed people, you don't care. Only thing that matters is the way that what you doing make you feel. That's what you're supposed to be doing. No judgment on it. No matter what that is you'll be doing. Don't label it good or bad. Do not label it good or bad. That's another thing I wanted to talk about going into this, why people hold themselves back in life. Because they label things too much. They label the real them. Like something you really want to be doing, but you feel like the world will look at it as bad. It could be anything like cursing. I don't want to curse because people gonna think I'm a bad person, or people gonna think that I'm just not, you know, my soul just ain't right. You get what I'm saying? Words ain't nothing but an expression. Ain't no good or bad words. If that's how you want to express yourself, then God damn it, express yourself that way. You know, stop worrying about the good and bad of things, because it really ain't no good or bad. They just labels. You get what I'm saying? Do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. And when I tell people stuff like that, they be like, they always hit me with the line. I already know what they coming with. But what if a person want to just murder? What if a person just want to rape? What if a person just want to get out here and kill people? Stop playing with me. That's what I tell them. But I got an answer for that. Basically, all I let them know is, we came from heaven. Most souls on this earth do not desire to murder, kill, steal. We don't desire that. Because once you know you everything, why would you have to do that anyway? You get what I'm saying? Most people in their heart do not desire to be no serial killer. You know what I'm saying? You might got that small percent that actually enjoy killing people. But who actually just wake up and be like, you know, it brings me so much joy to just straight from the heart to just want to go out here and kill somebody. You know, most killings happen over arguments, disagreements, you know, you messing with somebody's family, or it just, you know, the respect, the disrespect, you know. But most souls don't come to this earth having a urge to just want to kill. You get what I'm saying? It don't exist. It's not enough of it to, so that line of questioning ain't even in the conversation. You get what I'm saying? Going back to that, you know, the good or bad thing. But a lot of people just they judge themselves. You know, the way that they really want to act, they don't act because they feel like the world will judge them for it. That's not being authentic to yourself. That's not being real to who you truly are and what you love to do. If nothing else matter, what would you be doing? Ask yourself that question. I ask myself that question. If nothing matter, I still be doing this. You know why this give me room to do what I do? Is because it's problems on this earth. Back where you came from, back from heaven, there was no such thing as negative thinking. It wasn't no such thing as a person feeling like they need to fix themselves or they need something to fix about their life because everything was perfect. You are perfect now, but in heaven, you gonna realize that you were already perfect. You was creating everything, and you always create the right thing. It's just an joyous environment, an joyous, blissful environment. But when we came to earth, this duality of things, there's a problem to fix. And people ain't living heaven on earth. And I enjoy not seeing people suffering. So I get out here and I speak my words to help a person, you know, get their lifestyle out of a hellish lifestyle. Because I'd have been through it as well. You know, we all gonna go through ups and downs here. It's just the way that you perceive it, really. When you get into, you know, this enlightened mode, you will see that it was all just a perception that you could have, you know, switched. That you could have switched to the, you know, to the right side. But if nothing matter, this is what I still be doing. I get out and talk to people every day with my books in my hand. And I try to solve their problem. I just ask them. I walk up to people and ask them, like, what do you enjoy most about life? What type of problems life is actually throwing at you that you feel like you can't curb or that you feel like you can't get over? Is life holding you down? And I just like to have talks with different walks of life, different people, and just sit there and help them understand how these work. You know, sometimes they buy my book, sometimes they don't. But we leave each other presents with some great knowledge. I'm always leave you with something to think about. Just like that question, if nothing matters, that y'all put it in the comments. Do y'all know the answer to that for yourself? If nothing mattered, what would you be out here doing? Because it don't matter. Don't nobody care that you're doing it. Ain't nobody even know that you're doing it. What would you be doing? If you can figure that out, it'll bring you so much happiness. You need to go do that. You need to be doing that every day. And you need to figure out a way to monetize that. I believe the money system gonna fall anyway, but as of now, people still need money to survive. Monetize that. What you would be doing. And I can ask that question in so many ways. Another way I would put it in a question format: if money didn't exist, okay, let's say if you was already rich, what would you be doing? I'm trying to see which way would be better. If money didn't exist, what would you be doing? Or if you already had billions of dollars, what would you be doing? I'm gonna say if money didn't exist. Because if you already got billions of dollars, of course you're gonna go do a lot of materialistic things. You're gonna go buy a lot of stuff. Of course you're gonna go experience a lot of stuff. But I don't want to use money, having money, because the thing that you really enjoy doing is what I'm trying to get to. You don't even need money to do. The thing you want to just wake up and just do every day, when you figure that out, you're gonna be like, I don't need money to do that. All I gotta do is do it. Small things in life are free. The things that make you the happiest in life, you do not need money to do. But let's just use an example. If money didn't exist, what would you be out here doing? That's a great question. That's the same as if did nothing matter. If anything you do didn't matter, what would you be doing? If money didn't exist, just think about that. So now you ain't thinking about money no more. That's out the picture because it don't exist. So that worry itself has evaporated. What would you still be doing to bring you joy? A lot of people ain't sat down long enough because the world, it just continues to hit you with things that make you feel like you in debt to things. Like you have to do things you don't want to do. When really you don't. If you can wake up in the morning and just pause your life and look at the things you do on the daily. Most of the time people don't be wanting to do that shit. You know, you wake up, you go to a job that you don't want to fucking go to, but you're stuck there because you got this bill, that bill, this bill, that bill, this bill, and it never stops. And if you quit the job, you can't pay the bill. And now that's messing with your survival, meaning your shelter, your food is messing with your survival, and you just can't, you gonna see another way. The only other way is freedom. That's what I get out here and teach. I teach freedom, heaven on earth. If you want real freedom, click the link, have a conversation with me. I can help. Because you already taken care of. You already taken care of because you exist. You get what I'm saying? You experience what you want to experience. But it's so hard to let that thing go that you feel like it's already taking care of you. That's why it's hard to let it go. Because you feel like it's taking care of you. But until you take that step, to let go, just let it go and see what happens. It's going to seem scary at first because you're going to be like, what I'm going to do next? Go do what you came up with when I asked you that goddamn question. If nothing mattered, what would you be doing? That's what you need to be doing. And money will come from there. Like I said, you'll be too happy to even think about money. I tell people, once you get in that flow state, money going to be the last. Money ain't nothing but paper. It's going to be the last thing. Money don't make you feel good. You know, it's the thought of having the money that make you feel like you can go do something that make you feel good. Or I got the money now I can get on this plane and fly to Italy and buy that piece I always wanted. You know, the money does that. It ain't the money that make you feel good. But if you knew how magical life was, you really don't need money to get on that plane and fly to Italy to do what you need to do. All you need to do is create it in your mind first, your imagination. See it. See you on that plane to Italy. See you getting off that plane. See you going to that pizza spot. Just using the example. And give it time. And just go about your life doing your joys of life. Just go about your life. And watch how magically something gonna pop up that's gonna get you on that plane to Italy. You might win something. A ticket, a free vacation. And you had Italy on there. You be like, oh, look at the Italy, you know, I'm on my way. You know, it'll come from you just being happy and like just enjoying yourself, not even looking for it. You're gonna already create it up here. Creation is finished. See, a lot of people go wrong because they keep with this manifestation thing, man. People like the thought of manifestation, but they don't understand something about this. I really want y'all to listen to me on this. People are obsessed over the things that they're trying to create. And that's the problem. They're trying to create it. So when they think of it, when I tell people, use your imagination to create whatever experience you want to experience, feel it on the inside. People continue to do that over and over and over, and they start looking for the results that happen in their life. That'll mess you up. Because when you start looking for what you created, all it's saying is you ain't experiencing it. What you looking for it for? You done experienced it within, let it go. Have you ever noticed the best things happen in life when you least expect it? Like, just think of a time something happened. You were like, man, I didn't expect that to happen today. You know what I'm saying? It's always, the things always come into your life when you ain't even looking for it. When you're too busy having fun doing something else. And then that thing will pop up in the process of you already doing something else that you enjoy. Because it's more like a compound feeling effect. When you feel good doing something already, you in the middle of just enjoying yourself. something else come along that makes that feeling even more greater for you to, oh, there that go. Oh, that just compounded that enjoyment feeling. Now I feel even better. I was feeling great doing, what don't really matter, but I enjoy doing it even though it don't matter to nobody else. It mattered to me. Then this came along. Now I feel, you get what I'm saying? So that's how that work, people. With these manifestations and these creations and these affirmations, stop looking. I made a video about that. One of them got erased. Stop looking for what you want. That's people you looking around for. Like, I know I've been thinking about it. The whole time what you're doing is holding it in here. That's the problem. When you create and you imaginate, it stays right there in your mind. You get what I'm saying? You got to let it go. Once you stop thinking about it, what happens is you let it go. The thought travels to the universe and it materializes itself and comes back to you. Like I said, thoughts are electric. Your heart is magnetic. So once you let it go, that's what draws that's what draws it back. Because in your heart, it already says that it has been done. So you got to obsess over it. You ain't got to keep thinking about it. You ain't got to keep looking for the experience to happen. When it's going to pop up. When that's going to pop up. I thought about that yesterday. These things happen all the time, though. Like, something that happened to me recently. I was actually talking to a good friend of mine about another guy. He had actually put, how was it? Now, he did a 3-way call with another guy because he wanted me to tell him about how to sell more of his books. So it was my partner, a good friend of mine that knew somebody else that was trying to get off their first book, and he put them on 3-way with me. We had a talk, and we ended up finding out that we knew the same person. Now, this other person we knew, my partner friend went to school with him, but I knew him from like the neighborhood. I grew up with the guy. So we end up mentioning his name. I was like, yeah, I know him. He was like, yeah, I went to school with him, blah, blah, blah. How the conversation went. And when I tell you, this was just yesterday. Yesterday, I was at Walmart. And I was out there talking to some people. And I ended up running into the same guy that me and my partner friend and me end up knowing together. When I saw him, I say, man, I was just talking about you with this other guy on the phone. Y'all went to this certain school together, blah, blah, blah. But I say that to say, because I don't think about the guy often. I know the guy, we grew up together, kind of a kid friendship thing, but I ain't seen him in a while. But for me to run into him, and I think we had talked about him, I know we talked about him probably like 2 days prior to that. It could have been like 3 days prior. But what I'm trying to say is I ended up running into that dude at Walmart. Because after we talked about him, I ain't think about it no more. I don't just, he wasn't no bad person. I just don't, I don't think about it. You know what I'm saying? I just knew who we was talking about. But ended up running into the guy at Walmart. I was like, man, we were just talking about you on the phone. That's crazy. But me, knowing how life works, knowing how to, that stuff work, I'd be like, yeah, it ain't no coincidence. But it happened faster than I expected. And I say that to say, I wasn't looking for it. I talked about them. When you talk about people, you automatically think of their face. You see their face in your mind. See, that's the imagination with the creation. But when he brought the person's name up, I instantly thought about him. So I know his face. You're like, oh, I know exactly who that is. You know what I mean? When you do this together, you little conversation and stuff, and you start to imagine stuff that y'all did together in your mind. That's creation. That's creation. And what happened when we got off the phone, didn't think about it no more. Days done passed. Like I said, I think it was like 3 days later. Saw the guy at Walmart. It manifested. We end up crossing paths just like that. You get what I'm saying? At a Walmart. Out of this big old state. How did I run into you at Walmart? The same person I was talking about. That's creation. I wasn't looking for it. That's what I mean by once you create, stop looking for it. Don't be looking around like, when is it going to happen? Because it's not. Because it's still up here. You got to let it go. Forget about it. Go on about your day. Enjoy your day. You know what I'm saying? Be doing. A lot of people ask, what should I be doing? Do what you love. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. So really, I just wanted to get on here and say that, people. Yeah, those 2 questions, whichever one resonate with you most. If nothing mattered, what would you be doing? Or if money didn't exist, what would you be doing? Now, because people still trying to find a purpose. They don't know what to do. You need to be happy. That's what the hell you do. You be happy. You get out here and you check in with your present moment self. How am I feeling right now? Am I enjoying life? If the answer is no, you need to answer them two questions and figure out what the hell that is and start doing it. Start from there. That'll definitely help. But don't forget to click the link. Y'all know me, Mr. Present Moment Power. Always here to help. Like I said, any conversations, anything, y'all know how to reach me. But enjoy the rest of y'all day. Stay up, stay positive. Heaven on earth.